Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we are focusing on how to answer the interview opener. Tell me about yourself. Listen, as the opener for an interview, this really does set the stage for the rest of the interview. If you are simply regurgitating everything on your resume, I guarantee you are doing yourself a disservice. Listen, if you are still telling them about yourself 5 minutes in, I guarantee you've told too much. You've told too much. You don't have to tell them everything in response to this one question. I guarantee you, most interviewers have a lot more questions prepared where they'll begin to learn all about your experience. This is just to give them a little taste, a little preview, if you will. Speaking of taste, when you respond, I want you to think C.A.R.B. And no, I'm not talking about yummy pasta and bread. And y'all, I love me some carbs too. But in this instance, C.A.R.B. refers to concise, authentic, relevant, all rooted in your brand. Okay, so concise, what do I mean? Your response should be 90 seconds or less, period. Again, this is not the opportunity for you to tell your whole entire story. Think preview, think trailer. Come on, y'all know previews to the movies ain't 5 minutes long, so neither does your tell me about yourself need to be. Authentic. Okay, so I get it. Everybody is using ChatGPT for everything. I love using an AI tool. I tell you, AI is editing this video before you see it, trust me. But there's nothing that replaces the human element, right, of an interview. So you can have ChatGPT create your tell me about yourself response, but like you need to make sure you feel confident delivering that in a way that you don't sound like a robot, right? Like you need to sound like an authentic human being. Remember, if they've called you in for an interview, it is likely that your resume has already given them an indication that you would likely be a good fit for the role based on your past experience. However, the interview is the opportunity for you to show up, for you to show them the person behind the paper. So you have to be authentic. And when it comes to relevance, right? Listen, y'all, I get it. Sometimes along the lines of being authentic, you want to share everything about your life with your interviewer, and I'm just gonna say don't. That's it. I'm gonna say don't. If it is not relevant to the position that they have available, and by relevant I mean if it does not hit any of the points within the job description, you just don't need to offer up any additional information to honestly introduce any new bias into the conversation besides your ability to effectively do the job at hand. When I think about the brand piece, it honestly reminds me of when we were writing essays in high school. Maybe it was elementary school. I'm getting old. But whenever we were writing essays, they always told us to have the introduction paragraph, we had the body, which was like 2 to 3 paragraphs, and then we had the conclusion. In the introduction, you tell them what you're gonna say. Then in the body, you actually say what you told them you were going to say. And then in the conclusion, you remind them that you said what you told them you were gonna say. That is how I think about the tell me about yourself brand positioning. You want to use that as your introduction paragraph. You should have 2 to 3 key brand points mentioned during the tell me about yourself response, and then you should just continue to remind them of those 2 to 3 brand points throughout the rest of the interview. Okay, so before I give you my sample response, I want to help you all figure out the logical flow for your response. So you should think about structuring it like this. What are you currently doing? What led you to this space? What are you interested in doing next? Sure. Currently, I work as a program manager with XYZ Tech Company, where I oversee all of our major releases related to our newest product line. This includes partnering with product, engineering, design, and marketing to ensure timely build and a successful go-to-market. Prior to this, I'd spent 5 years in project management in the fintech space, where I oversaw multi-million-dollar business banking projects for banks and credit unions across the U.S. Throughout my career, my passion for relationship building and process improvement has helped me to not only run many programs successfully, but also to build out frameworks to help my colleagues do so as well. I'm looking forward to leveraging those strengths along with my financial services and digital product knowledge to serve in this role with your company. All right, so as you can see, it is giving C.A.R.B, right? Concise, authentic, relevant, on brand, right? That is what you need to bring when you give your response. Okay, so if you've learned anything new, anything helpful, please comment below and share the video with someone else who might need the same advice. In the meantime, if you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Like, really, what are you waiting for? Also, if you find yourself struggling with interview prep, I want to invite you to check out the link in the description for my ultimate interview guide. I promise it's good, y'all. In this guide, I am giving y'all all the secret sauce to prepare for your next interview. Until next time, friends.